Live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Milwaukee Brewers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And today's starting pitcher, Kyle Harrison. What's the scouting report on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Fastball for a strike. 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. It's Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The Skippers loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boo. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
Foul ball there. And the lefty with the 0-1. There's the strike at the knees. Hit on the ground to short. Not in time. Infield hit.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 8.
Sometimes early errors can be just as costly as errors made late in the ball game, but you just don't know it at the time. Second batter of the game gets on base for free, bringing up the number 3 hitter. So we'll see if they can take advantage right here.
Man at first with 1 gone. Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Now the 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Next to hit, Junior Caminero. And that is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Valet off of first with 2 away.
Nope. That's inside.
And that
Ball
one almost
3.
hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Take your bait.
That is it. The second baseman, Ben Williamson.
First and second, 2 outs. Ben Williamson now at the plate. Misses again, 5 in a row. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Here's a 1-1.
Tough spot right here. A
Outside.
couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
In the air to left center. Hamilton under it. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. So the Rays strand a pair. Now it's the Brewers' turn. It's a scoreless ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in Milwaukee, and today's starter, Ian Seymour. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe 2 at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
The 0-1.
Ball.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Sends it to
He's
first.
out.
One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second.
Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup.
Contreras.
And now it's William Contreras.
What he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
And that's a strike. Got him swinging.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
And now it's Christian Yelich, the MVP in 2018, the runner-up in 2019.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on.
Nope, that's down.
Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. And that keeps the inning alive.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 13.
Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here.
Ball.
Step off throw to first.
He's safe.
Yelich dives back in. And
Ball
another
two.
ball. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now here's Jake Bauers.
Hey!
2 on 2 outs. In the air, right field. DeLuca on the move. He's got it, and that's the inning. Scoreless after 1. New inning getting started, and stepping in for the Rays, Johnny DeLuca.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
That one finds the zone. 0-1. Ball one there. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
That's ball 2.
The 2-2 on the way. Next
ball
offering
3.
misses down and away. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Bowers takes it to the bag. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting 7, the catcher, number 40, Nick Fortes.
Nick Fortes, the next to hit.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Right side, and he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Batting 8, the left fielder, Chandler Simpson.
So man aboard, Chandler Simpson, next to hit for the Rays.
Ball 1.
The 1-0. Runner on the go. That smash towards center. Mitchell under it. And there's 2 down.
Batting 9, the shortstop, Carson Williams.
Carson Williams will hit next. And that is out of play. Second inning here, no score.
That's a ball.
The 1-1.
Ball inside.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Yandy Diaz up next for the Rays. Fortes, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck.
That
was
was
foul, and he'll see another. Three-two on the way. Swing and a miss. That is his 3rd of the game. 1 One left for Tampa. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Freeland.
Sal Freeland.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. One away.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 5.
Next for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. That one pulled foul. And that's downstairs and outside. That one not close. Ball 2. Hit on the ground to short. Throws to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Shortstop, David Hamilton.
Next for the Brewers, David Hamilton. The shortstop takes the ball. And there's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Check swing, and he went 1-2. Next pitch is outside. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Nobody left for Milwaukee. We'll move to the third with no score. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Yandy Diaz. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. That's strike 1. Diaz getting the start in center, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was born in Cuba. On a line out towards center. And there's one down.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the designated hitter, Ryan.
Now it's Ryan Valade. He's 0 for 1. And a big swing and a miss.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Got him swinging, and that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Jonathan Aranda getting ready to hit. Lined into right. And that'll do it. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back here at American Family Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Brandon Lockridge up now for the Brewers. Not close with that one, and that's ball one. Just missed. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Line to left, and it goes just foul. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. This is Bryce Terang. Grounded out his first time. Fouled off. He was late. Oh, 1 down. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Way back there. And
nope,
that's a foul ball. The 0-2. And that skips into there. Battling here as he fouls it away. In the air, right field. DeLuca on his way over. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
The catcher, William.
Next to hit, William Contreras.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Hey! Still tied at 0, last of the third. Out there to center, Diaz has a beat on it. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. On to the fourth, still scoreless. Start of the fourth. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Junior Caminero.
Well, these Rays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
The 1-2. Struck him out swinging. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Williamson, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. This one in the air, center field. Mitchell settles under it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the right fielder, number
Johnny DeLuca next to him for the Rays. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Late with the swing there.
He's really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
And the next pitch is way outside.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Breaking ball,
Perfect.
and that got him.
Up next for Tampa Bay.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Nick Fortes. Reached on an infield single his first time.
Oh,
If he's
that's
going to steal
upstairs.
second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
That's
Ball.
off the mark. 2 balls, no strikes.
Ball,
Just
that's out.
missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
There's a strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Step off, throw to first.
Safe, he's in.
DeLuca back on a dive. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. To kick the 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him swinging for the kill. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. On now to the bottom of the 4th. No score. Back here in Milwaukee. So here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich.
Yelich.
There's a swing and a miss. Comes up empty. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Brewers.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Luis Rengifo up now for the Brewers. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up.
We call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Diaz takes it in for the out. Out number 2.
Up next for the Brewers.
And now the first baseman, Jake Bauers.
Bauers.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Just missed.
That's out.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. Back here at American Family Field. Now up for Tampa Bay, Chandler Simpson. Swing and a foul out of play. 0-1 now.
No, that's
Activity
low.
in the bullpen for the Brewers. Jarrett Koenig, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Hall warming up as well. The 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Outside with a breaking ball. Swings and misses. Picks up strikeout number 7.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Digging in, Carson Williams.
Inside, ball 1.
The inside edge. Ball 1.
Hey!
Now pitching for the
Jarrett
Brewers,
Koenig is
number
forced to the
47,
mound after the injury.
Jarrett.
He's making his second appearance of the season. The 1-1.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Late swing fouled off. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. On the ground, right side. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the center fielder, number 2,
Yandy Diaz now. And
Nope.
the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Hammered down the line, could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. The throw to second is offline.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Next is the designated hitter, Ryan Valade.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Ball, that's too high.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Man at second. Swings through that one. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. What a stop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play. Great work out of the Brewer bullpen right there. Home half of the 5th coming up, and we still have no score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Freeland. And a bunt towards third. Scoops it up barehanded. Well, a great effort, but he can't get the out. And now the go-ahead run is on base.
Maybe a little small ball is exactly what the doctor ordered to rev up this offense. And they've been pretty quiet all game, so maybe this wakes them up a bit and helps them get on the board.
Here's the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. Grounded out his first time up.
Ball, that's low.
And the 1-0. Now
That's a
one
ball.
missed. Challenge from behind the dish here. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Trying to bunt his way on. Picks it up with a bare hand to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
Go-ahead run on base. David Hamilton up now for the Brewers. His first at-bat was a strikeout.
Hey!
The 0-1. High fly ball, right field. DeLuca ranging back, reaching for it, and brings it in. Runner tags and goes to third. So up next, Brandon Lockridge. Struck out looking his first time.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
The Brewers with a chance to score first. Last half of inning number 5. That's too low. And that's ball 2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Fires it to the plate. Safe. And they take the lead. Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang. Step off throw to first. And he's out. And they got him. That ends the inning. 5 innings complete. It's the Brewers 1, the Rays nothing. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game.
Pitching for the
DL
Brewers,
Hall gets handed the rock out of the pen.
37.
This is his third time out this year.
Hall.
Leading off, Jonathan Aranda.
Ball one.
The 1-0. On the ground, right side. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the third baseman, number 13, Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. A strikeout and a walk.
What do you
Check
got?
swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. The 0-1. Hall, in his third season, he features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a cutter, and he occasionally uses a curve. The Rays down by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And stepping in for the Rays, Ben Williamson. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Nope.
Line drive, base hit. They take the force out. 2 gone now.
Well, this is one of those plays that happens sometimes, but it never really should. It seems like he just got a bad read on the ball, and the good throw from the outfield was perfect to get the out.
Now it's the right fielder, Johnny DeLuca.
Hey.
Tying run at first base. He's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on. Drive it into a gap and score that run from first base.
Fastball for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And the 0-2. This to center field. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. And that is that. The Rays strand just the one. Still behind by a count of 1-0.
Now pitching for
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Mason Engler.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Bryce Terang getting ready to hit.
The second baseman, Bryce Terang.
Ball.
Next
No,
offering
that's down.
misses. Yeah, that's ball 2.
Hey.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Now the number 2 hitter, William Contreras.
The catcher, William Contreras.
Bullpen movement for the Rays. Cole Sulser warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Baker also throwing. Just missed. And that one is in for a strike at 95. It's 2-2. Ripped to short. Slinging it to first in time.
Up next for the Brewers, the designated hitter, Christian Yelich.
2 outs, base is empty. Yelich stepping into the box now. 1 for 2. Here's your 1.
Ball 1.
Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Here's a 2-2. And down on strikes. And that will end the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. They lead it 1-0.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Brewers,
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Trevor McGill.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, 1-run game. Now up for Tampa Bay, Nick Fortes. In the air out to center. And that'll fall for a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Chandler Simpson next to hit for the Rays. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
And the 0-1. That's a strike. Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Grant Anderson, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Serpa getting loose as well. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
No, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking they couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Here's the center fielder, Yandy Diaz. 1 for 3.
typically the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Yeah!
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock, try to put something up on the board.
The 0-2. And a breaking ball misses outside. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The Brewers holding on to a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And that one inside and it hit him.
Right there.
He had him 1-2 and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. And next is the designated hitter, Ryan Vilade. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's it at the knees for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Well, this guy competes hard. You see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here in Milwaukee. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Luis Rengifo.
Luis Rengifo.
Swinging a ground ball up the middle. In plenty of time to first. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Brewers, the first baseman, number 9,
Jake Bauers. Now at the plate. And that misses. And it's 1-0.
Ball, that's just out.
Now
That's
one
ball
miss.
3.
That one is
No,
inside
ball
4. And I mean,
Up next
oh, so close. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep both their challenges. The 3-1. Hard on the ground to first. He takes it on his own. Yeah, they get the out.
Up next for the Brewers, the right fielder, number 10, Sal.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Mason Engler departs, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the
Ryan
Rays,
Baker on a pitch out of the pen here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Next for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Ball.
Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. That one lifted to left. Simpson under it. And that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, but they're on top 1-0. We go to the eighth, and stepping in for the Rays, Jonathan Aranda.
Ball.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Cut on and missed at 101. And the count even 1-1.
You get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
That one in triple digits.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Out to short. Throw over to Bowers, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the eighth.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the third baseman, number 13.
Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swings 3 down.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Foul ball still 0-2. The Brewers trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the eighth. Waves at the bend over the strikeout.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for mistakes somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Trevor McGill is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, Angel Serpa.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So digging in, Ben Williamson.
Outside, that's a ball.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Filthy changeup right there, just pulled the string.
Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Brewers 1, the Rays nothing. Bottom of the eighth. Up now for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell.
Garrett Mitchell.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And the leadoff man aboard.
No batter number 6.
Now it's going to be David Hamilton. And a foul ball.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Mitchell gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one almost got him. 2-2 on the way.
It's
Nope,
getting
that's the ball.
squeezed a little bit here late.
And a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at bat until that put-away pitch. And it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden the pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
1 out, man at first. Next for the Brewers, Brandon Lockridge.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Right through there for a strike. And the 0-1. Runner on the goal. There's the ball. Throw to second.
He's out.
Tag, and they got him.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Got him. Out number 3. Brewers go down quietly, but they lead it 1-0. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Abner Uribe. A chance at his first save of the year. Well, 1-run game. Now it's the right fielder, Johnny DeLuca. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Uribe looking for his first save of the year, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. 0-1. And ball 1. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Cortez batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And that one fouled off. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. And that's
Ball
downstairs. Going to count 1 and 2. That one missed. And that's outside.
That ball went out.
The Brewers trying to close out a 1-run lead here at the top of the 9th. Gets a piece and stays alive. Good job to fight that one off. Payoff pitch. That one to first, Bowers. He'll do it himself. Down to the last out for the Rays.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the left fielder, Chandler Simpson.
At the plate, Chandler Simpson.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths. So many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Gets under and pops it up, and that goes foul. This could end it. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this one's all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
The final 1-0. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.